is a reason that mental health practitioners and even physicians and life coaches and mentors, pastors, your favorite Aunt Sue all tell you and recommend to journal. There's a reason behind this. The science, the research, the data is substantial in how journaling and writing actually can change your brain. It can increase gray matter. It can shrink the size of your amygdala, which dictates your entire nervous system with anxiety and stress. And there's a lot of people that love journaling and it's their primary coping skill, and they love writing and they love to process things that way. However, there's a lot of people that say, I don't like journaling, I can't write. Well, guess what? We didn't come out of the womb knowing how to write and knowing the skill of journaling. It is a skill that we need to learn, and fortunately, we have the ability to do that. I think people just tend to overcomplicate it sometimes. So in this video, I'm going to show you my 3 favorite methods to journaling that are very simple and very easy to do. All right, my number 1 all-time favorite way to journal is a completely blank notebook. And that is because when I have just blank notebooks, I feel like I get all the freedom in the world. And I know it sounds silly, but when there's some journals that are already overly structured on the page, I don't like it as much. I get kind of picky with that. And I know it sounds silly, but when you can have the freedom to design your journal just how you want, you're going to do that habit more, which is the ultimate goal here. So what I also love about just blank notebooks is you get the freedom to write however short or long you want. You get to even date it how you want. Again, I know that's silly, but there's some journals out there where I'm like, I don't like this date format. I know that's weird, personal preference. It's gonna make me do it more. I also prefer the spiral binding, and a lot of journals you purchase won't have that. And I like my books to lay flat. My handwriting's better. I enjoy it more. It's more comfortable for me, so I'm gonna do it more. The second kind is more of your prompted journal. And this is gonna be really helpful, especially if you feel like you struggle with coming up what to write with. So here's a prayer journal I have. And it can ask things like your current prayers, your current things you're thankful for, the things you're wanting, your challenges this week. This is also a method called the Bujo or the bullet journal method. And yes, you can purchase that exact journal, but again, it's more of a method. And it takes your journaling more into like a list format. Like list your top 5 strengths, your top 5 challenges, your top 5 goals today, your top 5 health goals, 5 tasks you want to get done, etc., etc. But people are finding that they are being very productive and efficient when they journal this way with the things they're wanting to accomplish in life. So if you struggle again with trying to come up with what to process, what to write about, what to journal about, getting a prompted journal or doing that Bujo bullets type style journaling could be really helpful. My third favorite way to journal, and honestly I probably do this one the most often, but that is your 1 line a day memory book. And you can buy any kind. This is a mom's 1 line a day, so I do write the memories down about my kids. This is a 5-year book, and I'm in my 2nd one of these, which is wild. But why I like this style is it's already so less intimidating knowing, okay, I just have to get a couple thoughts down, 1 memory. You know, it really shortens it and it just makes it really simple, yet at the same time, encouraging you to keep up that daily habit. So that's a really good option if you want to keep that journaling habit going every single day, but really small. It takes maybe 60 seconds. So that's really nice. So I did want to talk about another type of journaling, which I recommend a lot of clients to do this, especially when they're going through experiences of pretty dark anxiety and depression. And that is what my therapist taught me about, of being a dark journal. And that is essentially a journal that is dedicated to your hardest, most challenging, your darkest thoughts, feelings, and experiences that you have gone through. And it really gives you this permission to take all of that distress and pain out of your mind, body, spirit, and to put it on paper. And again, journalers or regular writers know this, but there's honestly this magic that happens when we take what is inside of here and we put it out onto paper. It is a detox process that happens, and amazing things come when we are finally allowing ourselves to get some of that darkness out onto paper. And some tips to do that is I like to bookend it, or I recommend to bookend it with self-care. So if you know you're about to do a process that's going to really bring a lot of that harder emotions to the surface, start it off with maybe a gratitude journal, and then write some of the darker stuff, and then end it with, okay, I'm gonna go take a warm shower or something. So bookend it on before and after with some self-care for yourself. The second thing I encourage is truly have the mindset no one else on this planet will ever see it. That's going to allow, even if you know yourself, even if you know that, continue reminding yourself that, so we're not filtered, so we're not holding anything back. That is just going to allow you to be as expressive and as honest and truthful as possible. So know that it is going to stay private. If you're worried about it staying private, you can always burn it when you're done. You know, another technique to do is sometimes we need to do letter writing to people that we feel like have hurt us, that we are also, though, never going to give it to that person. So it's truly a gift for ourselves, but sometimes we need to write this letter fully explaining ourselves and advocating for ourselves to whether it was a perpetrator or abuser or a family member or a friend, coworker, whoever, someone in this earth who has hurt you in some form of way. So that is a really helpful detox of thoughts for you, is to get a lot of that harder emotions out onto paper, but to promise yourself, or to give yourself this freedom, knowing no one has to see this. I can still keep this private with myself, though at the same time get a lot of it out of our head. And journaling is one of the many coping skills that I teach about in my course, Creating Calm, of how to holistically heal from stress, anxiety, and depression. We cover lots of things, but a big chunk of that is coping skills, and a big coping skill is, of course, journaling. If you're interested in more information on how to create calm in your life, check out my course. I will put all that information below. Also, let me know, what is your favorite kind of journal, because I am always interested in learning new styles that people love.